Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot for Personal Liberty. Donald Trump is now being asked, is Obama a Muslim? I have a few answers for him. First, why does it matter? Obama is destroying America, American exceptionalism, middle-class jobs, and America's respect and standing all over the world. Whether he's a Muslim or Christian is meaningless. The real question is, how do we make America great again? How do we pay off $18 trillion in debt before it implodes the U.S. economy just like it did to Greece? How do we create an economy offering something besides low-wage, part-time jobs caused by Obamacare? How do we save the middle class from Obamacare's doubling and tripling of health insurance premiums? How do we save the world from Muslim radicals? Whether Obama's a Muslim or a Christian won't solve any of the disasters he has deftly put into motion. Secondly, although Obama claims to be a Christian, it's certainly not dumb or ignorant to wonder if he's telling the truth. After all, he has a history of lying with impunity about so many things. Obama looked the American people in the eye, and he lied when he swore if you like your health care plan, you can keep your plan. And if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. At the moment Obama made those promises, he was lying. Internal White House documents reported at that moment that 93 million Americans would lose their plans. You believe a guy like that? And he promised Obamacare would reduce the cost of health insurance premiums. They're up as much as 79%. And he promised Obamacare would reduce the deficit. And he got the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, to agree with him. The CBO has now walked back that line. And he promised Obamacare would create 4 million jobs, and he was off by 6.5 million. It cost 2.5 million jobs, according to the CBO. He lied about all of it. Then there were his lies about Benghazi. Or do you still think it was a spontaneous uprising based on a movie no one ever saw? The facts prove it was known to Obama as a terrorist attack at the moment that he announced it as a protest based on a movie offensive to Islam. Obama lied about the IRS scandal. It's not small, as he said. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a few officials. It wasn't based in one office in Cincinnati. If you believe either Obama or one of his political operatives wasn't giving the orders to persecute conservative groups and critics of Obama like me, I have a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. Obama called Bush unpatriotic for adding $4 trillion to the national debt and promised to cut the debt in half during his first term, and that was such an audacious lie that once in office, Obama never mentioned it again, and instead added triple the debt of Bush, $12 trillion by the time he leaves office, and more debt than all presidents in U.S. history combined by the time he leaves office. Then there's Obama's name itself. How's it ignorant to question whether a man named Barack Hussein Obama is a Muslim? If your name was Liam O'Brien, would it be ignorant to assume you might be Irish? If your name was Moshe Goldberg, would it be ignorant to assume you might be Jewish? If your name was Guido Gambino, would it be ignorant to assume that you might be Italian? So explain to me why it's such a big deal or a terrible act or racism to wonder if a guy whose name is a perfect combination of Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein might be a Muslim. You couldn't make this stuff up if you tried. You couldn't make it up on Saturday Night Live. People would think it was absurd. Third, Christianity includes a broad range of religious beliefs and practices. Obama chose to attend a church in Chicago where he followed, befriended, and looked to its minister, Jeremiah Wright, for 20 years as a spiritual advisor. This is the same Jeremiah Wright who preached hatred for America, white people, Jews, and Israel, and screamed, "God damn America," to his congregation. Most Americans would call such a church led by someone like Jeremiah Wright a cult, and they would agree his followers, in a best-case scenario, are weird, bizarre, radical, America-hating Christians. There you have it, Obama. Fourth, my blue-collar butcher father had great common sense. He always said actions speak louder than words. Let's look at just a few of Obama's actions. There's a worldwide war on Christians. Christians are being persecuted, targeted, persecuted, and murdered. Not only does Obama say and do nothing, he's taken numerous actions, including the Iranian nuclear deal, that directly put Christians as well as Jews in more danger. Strange behavior for an American president, whether Christian or not. Why does Obama refuse to use the words Muslim and terrorist in the same sentence? Strange behavior for an American president, whether Muslim or not. He refuses to even admit that ISIS is a Muslim group, even though their name stands for Islamic State. Strange behavior. Obama's quietly imported over 250,000 Muslim immigrants a year into America during the 7 years of his presidency. Now John Kerry is announcing a desire to bring in an additional 100,000 more Syrian Muslims. How many are terrorists? How many want to live under Sharia law? How many are on welfare, thereby overwhelming our system? Obama claims we're winning the war against ISIS, and the facts on the ground show we are losing. He appears to be purposely doing nothing and buying ISIS valuable time to grow stronger. Soon they will be impossible to stop. Strange behavior for an American president, let alone a Christian. One Muslim boy was recently offended by his teachers when he built a clock and they thought it was a bomb. Obama immediately invited him to the White House. Here's my question. Has any child of a police officer murdered in the line of duty in Obama's 7 years ever been invited to the White House? How about any child of a U.S. soldier murdered by a Muslim at Fort Hood? Have they ever been invited to the White House? Strange behavior. When American heroes were shot by a Muslim terrorist in Tennessee, why did Obama refuse for almost a week to lower the White House flag to half-staff? Strange behavior. With Iran, Obama agreed to the single most pathetic and dangerous treaty in American history. A treaty that lets a terrorist state monitor itself. A treaty that gives a terrorist state a massive $150 billion reward that'll be used to support Islamic terrorism and kill Americans all over the world. A treaty filled with secret agreements Obama won't even show U.S. senators. A treaty that left behind 4 U.S. prisoners. He then rewrote the rules of the Constitution that require the support of 2/3 of Congress to ratify any treaty. Strange behavior. Even those Americans who are unwilling to admit they were wrong with their votes in 2008 and 2012 and want to keep their heads buried in the sand have got to admit this is bizarre behavior for an American president, even one who's a member of a bizarre radical Christian cult. So Donald Trump's answer should be, with friends like Obama, Christians don't need enemies. I'm Wayne Alaroot for Personal Liberty. See you next week. God bless America.